Greetings, my fellow Fright Fiends. It's your buddy Boogeyman Ben here for another episode of Boogeyman Ben's Horror Zone, and this, of course, is a horror comic haul. I haven't done one of these since February. As I said in that video, I had quite a bit of stash accumulating at in my comic saver at Flying Killers Comics, where I go and pick up my comic books. Well, spent a lot of money, but I finally got all my books. Now, I have not read any of these yet. I bought them a couple weeks ago, and so I'm just catching up on doing these segments, but I got another really cool comic in the mail tonight, so I thought I'd just put it all together and do one big horror comic haul segment. The first book I want to show, and this is just available, I don't know if it's available in stores, but I got this off Ariscope's website. This is, of course, the Hatchet comic. This is the 3rd issue, and I believe this is the end of this particular series. Adam Green has mentioned on the Movie Crypt podcast that there will be another Hatchet comic book series. I don't know when that's coming out, but this is issue 3. This is the end of the series, and this was the cover I went with. And of course, it is signed by Adam Green right there, and it looks awesome. And I can't wait to read this. I really just am digging this. But yeah, it's just, I like the art. The story's great. There's some art right there, you guys can check it out. But yeah, so Hatchet number 3. Very happy to have that. Okay, on to the stash. First 2 books I want to show are issues number 2 and 3 of the new 30 Days of Night. I have read issue 1. I really like it. And it's weird because it's almost like a retelling of the original story, just from a different perspective. So I don't know where they're going with this. This is issue number 2. And here's issue number 3. There. Really like that cover. Some vampire goodness in there. Really anxious to read these books because I really like the first one. I've always liked the series. The next books I want to showcase are Outcast. This, of course, is done by Robert Kirkman, who's also the one who started The Walking Dead. It's another image. This is a Skybound Comics image. And I'm way behind on these. I have no idea, like the last issue I read. This is issue number 31. And you have issue 32. And then issue number 33. And of course, this deals with demon possession. It's a really good book, and I know it is a, I don't know if it's still going on because I finally do have Showtime now, but I believe it was a series on Showtime. I don't know if it's still going on, but I really like the book. I'm just way behind on. The next books I want to showcase are Hack and Slash Resurgence. So I got 2 of those. It's issue number 4 and issue number 5. Issue number 4 right there. Issue number 5. And one more Hack and Slash item is Hack and Slash with Vampirella. I love that cover. It's really cool. Then these are not horror comics, but I got, just because Hobgoblin's my favorite character, but I haven't collected Spider-Man in a long time. I sold a lot of my Spider-Man comics. I kept all the ones with the Hobgoblin in it, so I just picked up, it's Sinister Six Reborn, Spider-Man number 237. I love the cover. It's got Hobgoblin on it. And I'm like the biggest Hobgoblin fan. He's still my favorite supervillain. Then I got this one. It says Go Down Swinging. This is Amazing Spider-Man number 797. With the Green Goblin, but the Goblin King is in this one. And I really like the art of this. It's very dark, and I really like the use of colors and the Goblin King. So yeah, I'm going to check those out. Of course, we have 2 new Walking Deads. This is 176 and 177. And I am caught up on the books with the exception of these 2. And it's weird because there's some parallels between this and what's going on the television show right now. This woman right here looks really familiar, and I don't want to ruin it for people who haven't watched the show, but I'm curious to see where this is going. But so far, this book is just fantastic. It's my favorite comic and my favorite show. Then we have one of my favorites that is Haunted Horror. Of course, this reprints old, like, you know, old style, like 50s and 60s horror comics. Love the smell of it. It smells like old newsprint. I don't know how they do that. I know I'm weird, but It smells like old newsprint. Doesn't smell like comics. Comics don't smell like this anymore. But yeah, this is a Haunted Horror right there. Yeah, absolutely love this book. And like I said, it's like, you know, like some of the books that I always say, like at the bottom, like this one, like the first book is Worlds of Fear #3, March 1952. And just really, really cool. I love these old comic books. And I've been collecting these for about 5 years now. Like here's one, Forbidden Worlds number 18, June 1953. Just really great. If you're a fan of like EC Comics and old comic books, this is definitely a book you want to pick up. Just amazing book. Now the rest of these books are all X-Files. I have quite a few X-Files books here. And they're not in any particular order because I had so many that were in my my saver. I was just picking them at random and not really picking them in order. I was just trying to clear the saver out. So no particular order. I'm going to show you. So we have X-Files number 17, X-Files Origins number 3. And then these are cool because if you flip them, it's Mulder and Scully right there. You have this one's called Deviations. This is a one-shot X-Files. There. Really dig the art on that one. Yep. So Origins number 2. Flip cover. Origins number 1. Scully right there. You got Mulder right there. So that's really cool. Then you have X-Files number 7. Love that art. And here's number 8. X-Files Origins number 4. And then you have the X-Files JFK Disclosure. This is a issue number 1. And then the last one is X-Files the JFK Disclosure number 2. There, that's my favorite cover. So yeah, quite a few books. So yeah, quite a few books here. So literally, I am done. Got all my books. Now, I just have to read all this. But yeah, I wanted to showcase this here. Showcase new horror comic pickups. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are collecting any of these issues or any of these series, let me know what your favorite one is. And thanks so much again for watching Horror Comic Haul. Let me know what you guys think about the books that I picked up. And as always, thanks so much for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take it easy. Stay scared as always.